right. How to get your first win in fighting games. Are you trying to get your first win in fighting games? Are you waiting for your first taste of victory? Well, tonight I'm going to show you how you can get that coveted win, that first win in fighting games, and how you can go from being a zero to a hero. My name is I'm Headmaster Rich over here at Imperial Kingdom Gaming, our virtual fighting game school. And we take beginners from beginners to intermediate to advanced players. In essence, we show beginners how to go from learning how to play fighting games to how they can enjoy to play fighting games. I've been playing fighting games for nearly a decade. And once again, tonight, I'm going to show you how you can get that first win in fighting games. Okay? So, in our last video, we covered... What did we cover in our last video? In our last video, we covered the easiest game that you can start with in fighting games. And if you missed that video, there will be a link in the description of this video where you can catch that. It was a very good list, so check it out. All right? So, I usually always forget to say this. So before we start, the materials you'll need is a pen and a notepad, okay? You're going to always need a pen and a notepad when you come to class, all right? So, how to get your first win in fighting games. That coveted win, the elusive dub. All right, so, first of all, I can guarantee you the reason why you're not getting the win that you're looking for is because you are too hungry for that win, and you covet it too much, and you want to get too bad. I know this because this is a ongoing problem for intermediate and advanced players. The moment you start to focus solely on the win, and every action that you take in the fighting game is towards getting that win, the win will get further and further away from you. The more you want it, the further you move the goalposts of the win. So, but that just seems like the natural thing to do because you're playing a competitive game, a game where your fun hinges on whether you get the win or not, or so it seems. But what you're doing wrong is not what's going on in the game. It's mostly what's going on outside the game. So what does that mean? The reason why you're not getting that coveted win, that first win, is because you're not preparing for the win. And also, we may have a bit of a winning mindset at hand as well. So let's go ahead and list some steps that you can take that'll get you to that first win and get you there quickly. And not only that, this will build the foundation for every time you play, and you'll start to see very, very quickly that not only are you getting wins, but you are seeing major improvement in your overall gameplay, which is the ultimate goal. So, what's going on, and some things that we can go ahead and start knocking out, is your preparation is non-existent or is not complete. So first thing that we will start for preparation to get you going to winning more in fighting games will be nutrition, and then the things that you put in your body. And that's the number one thing, primarily because fighting games takes a tremendous amount of brain power. Oh, so much brain power. And you can easily burn out playing fighting games. And that's probably what's also happening. So, to mitigate this, to get us going, we have to adjust our nutrition and start putting some of the right things in our body. And the key primary thing is water. Probably not drinking enough water. You're going to need to drink a lot of water because when you play fighting games, you're going to do a lot of perspiring. You're going to do a lot. Your hands will do a lot of sweating. Your head will do a lot of sweating. Your body will do a lot of sweating. and your brain is just burning so much fuel, it needs that water. And yes, you get dehydrated very quickly. Also, some of the things that we can start to implement is tea, green tea particularly. That's a good, it's not a very harmful way of putting caffeine in your body. It's one of the healthiest ways to do it, and it's going to really stimulate your mind and get you going. Trail mix, if you really got a sweet tooth and you really just want to munch on something, I think trail mix is like really, really, really good. Yes, obviously it gives you lots of protein. One thing on this list though that a lot of people don't do, and I don't even do this a lot, but when we do it, I love that we do it, is hard-boiled eggs. Hard-boiled eggs are super good. It's like a really, really good brain food for fighting games. And low budget, easy to make, and you can make a lot of them too. You can have a whole lot of eggs for a gaming session. And it's nowadays eggs cost an arm and a leg and a body, but for your fighting game ventures and for get you going in your nutrition, it is more than worth it. And it's still one of the cheaper options despite eggs costing $1 million. So, and that's there are more things for nutrition, lots of greens, leafy greens. But to get us going on something easy and not too expensive, very cost-effective things, water, green tea, trail mix, and hard-boiled eggs. And those are 4 key things you can do right now to get you going, and you'll see an immediate result. But let's go a little further into our preparation because we want to get to that first win. And another thing that we can do, or should do right after our nutrition, is to stretch. Do a quick 30-second stretch. Now, I know stretching is like not everybody's jam. So if you don't want to stretch, or maybe it's like health, issues as to why you can't stretch, another thing you could try, especially if you have pets, is to go for a little walk, a little brisk walk, around the corner, or just up and down your block, or just to your mailbox or around your house, but whatever, just doing a little walking to get your blood flowing and your heart rate going is also a really, really good thing that'll prime you for the energy you're about to burn once you get on the fighting games. Yes, and if you do decide to stretch, 30-second stretches is good. Nothing too crazy. Stretch your arms, stretch your legs, and that should be enough. So, but what's next? What should we do after stretching? Something else that we can do right after we stretch is, and my wife always gets on me about this one, breathing techniques. And that's probably one of the harder things to do because you're priming your body to exert a lot of energy. And you're about to partake in a very intense activity, and you're probably really ready and you're probably pumped. And it's hard to slow down and take deep breaths right before that's all about to go down and happen. But I notice every time I take deep breaths, my gameplay is so much better. My results are much better, as opposed to where I just jump on a game and I have to have the intensity of the game, and it becomes a factor of me being a slow starter and having to warm up before I get to my desired gameplay. As opposed to if you breathe deeply, you can actually start coming out the gate really fast if you take the time to do some breathing techniques. You come out swinging. So we usually do 10 deep breaths. We'll inhale for 10 seconds, hold for 10 seconds, and exhale for 10 seconds. So it's very intense for a breathing exercise because there's like lots of phases of breathing you have to do. You have to take. It's going to require a lot of patience, but trust me, you will definitely have much better results and a much better gaming experience if you do take the time to do your breathing techniques. And also, if you take the time, if you look in our video descriptions and our channel descriptions, you will find our Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Fighting Game Secrets. Now, what's that? That also should be a part of your preparation. That is our 45-page free guide, free gift that will get you going right away. It's going to pretty much encompass everything you need to know for your fighting game journey. It's going to give you a little bit of movement. It's going to give you a little bit of combos. It's going to give you a little bit of all that stuff you need. And this is a very rare opportunity. Nothing exists like this. It's the best beginner's guide out there right now. And it's something that even intermediate and advanced players can come back to and sharpen their skills on if they miss something. So I would recommend going ahead, clicking the link in our channel description or this video description. It'll take you to a sign up page, and you can just put your information in and you will get your coveted Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Fighting Game Secrets. And you're going to need that guide if you're chasing your first win. You're going to really need that guide. So please be sure to check that out. So moving on in our preparation, this one is solid. Input warm-ups. Because now we are taking ourselves into the game. Up until this point, we've done nutrition, we've done our stretching, or walking if you chose that, or both, and we've done our breathing techniques. These are all things that have occurred outside of the game. But now we have transitioned inside the game. And the first thing we can do inside the game is our input warm-ups. So what is input warm-ups? So if you go to your settings and you're in your profile, your main menu, you will see controller setup, or you will see controller settings, but you will see controller something, or just controller. And if you hit controller settings, it will pull up a list of your buttons, and it will also pull up a little sub menu that says input tester. And what the input tester is, if you click it, it allows you to warm up on whatever device you're using, your DualShock or your arcade stick. It will allow you to use your directional inputs and your actual buttons that you press for your attack commands. And you can warm up on that screen right there. And as you hit them, they light up, like a Simon Says game or something. They'll light up. And it is your literal button check. You're literally checking your buttons, seeing if triangle does what triangle does, if X does what X does, square does what square does, circle does what circle does, so on and so forth. And also with your movement, am I going forward? Am I going backwards? My input tester will tell me if I press forward, it will light up. If I press backwards, it will light up. If I press up, light up, so on and so forth. And I would recommend hanging out in that input tester for at least a good 5 minutes. And it's a really, really good dexterity exercise for your fingers. It will really prime and tune your fingers to get ready to do the things that you want them to do. I say this because there are times when in a heat of battle, and I'm sure you may have encountered this by now, where your fingers pretty much are not listening to you and they are doing their own thing. It's like you guys came in like as a team, like, okay, you're the captain, right? And your fingers are your team. You're like, okay, guys, we're gonna come in, we're gonna win this game, right? And they're on board, and as soon as the game starts, they're just running all over the place. They're just literally running all over the place, and they're not sticking to the plan, and they're just doing their own thing. And it can get very frustrating because you feel like I'm saying do this thing, I'm thinking do this thing, and my fingers are receiving a whole different message, and they're doing their completely different thing. than what I want them to do. However, if you tune your fingers in the input warm-up, particularly the input tester, they will become conditioned to what it is you actually want them to do. Just like guitarists will tune their guitar and they practice very slowly with the strings. Same thing, same concept. Take your time in the input tester. Press the buttons as slowly as you possibly can. You want to visually see the buttons light up as you press them, and not just light up. You want them to stay lit for a second before you decide to release and let the button go. Let your fingers understand the assignment and what they need to do, and they will mesh with your commands. They will listen to what you want them to do. Right now, they seem very independent. Okay, but once you're out of input warm-up and you've done it for 5 minutes, you took your time, you was pressing the buttons very slowly, even your directional commands you was doing very slowly, and you're like, okay, I'm ready to do more, right? I'm ready to get that first win. Well, there's one more thing you need to do. One more thing. And it's the thing that you've probably been doing first on this list. And that's go to training mode. It's time to go to training mode. And it's time to start priming your character and priming your mind for the battles to come. I'm pretty sure up until this point, when you've been playing these fighting games, that you've been starting in training mode and then doing XYZ. Or maybe you've been going to arcade mode and doing XYZ. Or maybe you did the forbidden thing and you went straight to rank. Maybe you did the forbidden thing. You did the thing, that the sin of fighting games. You went straight to rank. Or casual, but you wanted the PvP experience before you was able to get the personal experience of fighting yourself. So, save training mode for last when you are preparing to play fighting games. And be sure to do all the aforementioned first. Once you get the training mode, you will already have your nutrition going. You will already be warmed up from your stretches or your walking. Your breathing will be streamlined and focused because you trained it, you prepared it. Your fingers will be warmed up and they'll be ready to enter commands. And yes, you'll be ready to actually do training mode. If you do training mode before you do all those things, then you're pretty much trying to run the race without warming up. And sure, you can race without warming up, but you're going to cramp up very easily, and you may not even finish the race. Possibly up to this point, you've been going to training mode and then been going to PvP and not finishing your gaming sessions because you're frustrated that what's going on? I went to training. I should be learning and winning. But, and you did prepare by doing that, but it wasn't a complete preparation. So maybe you're getting mixed results or no results. But even when you're in training mode, it becomes a matter of, well, what do I do? Because I've been in training mode and I've been pressing buttons here, I've been moving here, and I just don't really, understand my character still. Well, training mode is going to be its own video, right? A lot of this is going to be its own video. But I'm going to drop not even a diamond. I'm about to drop a diamond. Gold, nugget, diamond, whatever you call it, it's valuable. Get ready to write it down. This is going to really change the game for you. Here's a little bit of a hack. And I found this pretty early in fighting games. That, it helped me so much. My goodness. So, let's say you put the character and whatnot. Yeah, you have your character, but you just don't know nothing. You know nothing about your character, which is pretty much the common case. Here's what you do. When you go to training mode, don't just go to training mode and pick your character and just do things. I want you to do this. When you go to training mode, I want you to pick the character you are using. I want you to pick your character against yourself. I want you to mirror match your character, okay? So if you play Ken or Ryu, if you're playing Street Fighter or whatever, pick Ken. If you're Ken, pick another Ken. If you're Ryu, pick another Ryu. Because there's a feature in the training mode that lets you turn the computer on. And when you turn the computer on, the computer is going to tell you what the character can do. It's going to give you, in real time, a visual of the potential of your character. And once you are able to spar with the computer at a relatively good level, the computer will tell you pretty much the things you can and cannot do. It will give you a bit of a foundation, and then from there you can build your game. Another thing I like to do, I really like to do this, and you can do this before training mode or after. Go to the arcade mode, well, not arcade mode, but go to your versus screen and pick computer versus computer. Okay? I'm dropping 2 nuggets on y'all right now. Go to computer versus computer. And when you do, pick your character twice. Make your character mirror match. And then you can view from a spectator's side, point of view your character fighting itself. And you can start to see all kinds of things your character can do. I do that to this day. I literally do that to this day. I got to Diamond 4, Diamond 3 with DJ but like 20 hours of playing him or whatever. Not even that. Just by having the computer fight itself. I made the character fight itself so I can see exactly what he can and cannot do. And not only that, what is it that he's doing that I'm capable of doing in this moment that I can apply right away. Of course, your character, when you do this, your character will do crazy things at times, right? But I want you to pay close attention to the simple little things that they're doing and see if that's something you can add into your toolbox right away. Is this within my capability right now? So, for example, maybe you see your character do some sort of situation into a sweep or a situation into a knockdown. Maybe they did a jab into a throw, a tick throw, or something like that. And you said, okay, that wasn't very flashy, but it was simple and it worked because the computer did it on itself. If I do it, then it should be able to work when I choose to do it. I literally do this to this day. So that's a great way to get a scope of what your character can and cannot do without you trying to dig through this toolbox and try and see, well, what does this tool do? What does this tool do? I don't know what any of these tools do. Or going on YouTube and looking at a combo guide, and the combo guide has combo recipes and it's outside of your execution, and it's just like there's no point in even looking at the video. So at least right now at your point. So very good way for you to prepare and get that first win. And I assure you, I guarantee you, if you take these steps of preparation and you do them in this order, you will not only get your first coveted win, you would get many wins to a point where you're not even going to count your wins. You will just win. Right? And ultimately, though, the dub that we really want is the growth of our character. That is the ultimate win we want. But of course, we want to see the results of our labor. So do this next time you boot up your fighting game, and I promise you, you will walk away from that session not only with the win from the round, but the win from you growing as a fighting game player. So, I hope you was able to take something from this video. I hope it helped you. Be sure to like this video. If you liked it, give us a subscribe. so you can always stay up to date with what we're doing here at the Imperial Kingdom Gaming. You'll always know what's going on in the classroom when you're not in the classroom. And share this also with your classmates who are also trying to look for ways to get better as a beginner, right? And once again, check out the link in the channel description or in this video description and pick up your free guide on the way out. That'll be your study material. And make sure you grab that because it's going to really ground your game. All right? And also, leave a comment down below and let us know how do you feel about these steps of preparation? Were you already doing these things? Was you doing one? Was you doing two? Was you doing none? Let us know what steps you take in your preparation, or if you take any preparation at all, let us know. And also, if you got that win from taking these steps of preparation, come back and let us know. Let us know how that went. Okay, so once again, I'm Headmaster Rich over here at our virtual school, Imperial Kingdom Gaming. Fight the good fight and make it a good fight. And I'll see you all in the next one. Be sure to come on back. All right, bye-bye.